Hi, my name is Jada Shepherd, and this is my Project 1. So for Project 1, I decided to recreate the classic arcade game TRON. Um, so as you see, I do have a start screen, and all of the pixel art in this game was created by me in the application Piskel, because it's very simple and GIMP was way too hard for me. So in the start screen, we have a little bit of parallaxing going on because we do have multiple layers of the background, my little bike character sprites, the title, and the rain is falling down. I tried to go very much with a Blade Runner inspired style since the original Tron game was a very 80s sci-fi aesthetic, and I decided, well, what do I think of sci-fi now? I think of Blade Runner, Neo Tokyo, Vaporwave, that kind of style, and I tried to recreate that in my sci-fi bike racing game. So we have three buttons, which is the three styles to choose from for the color of your trail. They correspond with the bikes above. So if we go with the pink one, we'll see the actual game. Okay, they move a little fast, but so the object of the game is to avoid the other character's trail. If you run into it, you lose a life, which is demonstrated up at the very top of the screen. Each player gets 3 lives. I'm controlling my little bike with just WASD. Um, in the original Tron, if you ran over your own trail, then you would lose the life. In mine, it doesn't matter. It's okay to run over your own trail. You're immune to that. So, um, the enemy bike is actually uh, kind AI. I don't know what to call it. I did code him to move on his own. He, as you can see, was not very smart, unfortunately. I wish he was smarter, but if I had time, I would definitely have made him a little bit harder to beat. But right now, he's really easy. He kind of just plays himself. Um, so we won. He lost all his lives, either from running into the borders or running into my trail. And once the opponent has lost all 3 of their lives, you get to see the end screen, which is a copy of the start screen with the background in the parallaxing rain. Just this time is just a single bike, just it corresponds to the style you chose, and just a little nice little message that you win. Yay, you did good. So my code is indeed object oriented. I created a separate bike class, and uh, the little trails have their own trail and vector. I use vectors to calculate the location and then the velocity and the direction that they should be moving. And then in the class, they both have the ability to move, but I'm only calling the method for the enemy object, obviously, because I want the player to play themselves, play against the character using WASD, but they could, just be completely against each other, no human interaction whatsoever. I also had it to where the lives, let's see, let me choose a different style. The lives actually correspond with the color of the trail you chose. So I see I chose purple, so I have purple lives, and the enemy color is just random. It's between red, green, and yellow, and it corresponds with the little lives as well. So let me die real quick. I will show you what happens when you die. So when you die, I didn't realize this until my first take of the recording of this video. So a good, 12 hours. I misspelled lose. You lose. In this game, you lose. Yeah, that's definitely would like to fix that. But anyways, if you lose, you get to once again the ending screen, the parallaxing grain, back to the very similar style to the beginning screen, except this time you get to see finally who the enemy was. Ta-da, it was me. This is how I decided to embed myself into the game. At the end, it is revealed that I am the AI enemy you are playing against, standing next to my bike. So, to calculate how he should move in collision, I just used a simple distance formula. So for him, if he is if a distance is less than a certain amount, then he tries to move away from either me or the size of the screen. He tries to avoid both of them, as you see there. And then for collision, I just use the distance formula again. If it was basically less than, I think, 1, then they collided. And I just have a for loop running through each indice in the array of vectors that I created, which make up the trail. And once the beginning of either one touches one of the indices, then, or touches the edge, then a collision is calculated, live is decreased, and then it's all updated again. So that way you start back from kind of the little start screen. Not start screen, but where the position is reset for the characters. Go ahead and scan. Then to show off all 3 styles, yes, I do have 3 styles that the player can choose from, and after you click a button, it's not possible to click it again. Yeah, so there's no restarting that way. You have to actually either refresh the page or lose/win. Probably win, given my little character enemy. Try and make him lose real quick. And there you go. Oh, okay, never mind. He had 1 more life. There we go. So yeah, and that is my game. Thank you very much.